Hey guys, it's WalterFootball.com After Dark Show for June 12th, 2024. We're going to be doing the U.S. Open betting picks and DFS on the WalterFootball.com show. And as you can see, we have two special guests here. We introduce them in a second, but first, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, visit the link in the description for the merch store. As you can see, we have some new merch. We have November is Sloth Month. Pedo Pete t-shirt. We have Rogers Bucker, Make Football Great Again. We have a Bucker Was Right apron, if you're interested in that. Our new t-shirt, which you can see here, Biden Pooped His Pants. You can get this on the merch store as well. We have a new shirt coming too, so look out.
Anything for Hunter?
Actually, I was going to do free Hunter because this, while he's been guilty of like far worse, like what he's been charged with this time is like I don't feel like it should not be a crime. So I think I might. I was.
It should be like it should be the Dewey the one they did for the Dewey Cox movie. I'm guilty as charged, and it should be Hunter Biden behind it.
Yes. Something like that. Yeah, I think this is BS. These charges, at least, like I love that he's not being charged for the actual stuff he did. But yeah. Anyway, so we also have super chat, super stickers. We really we make nothing from these YouTube ads. They pay nothing. So I always say like we need to do 4 shows to be able to afford a McDonald's cheeseburger. It's with these YouTube ads, it's horrible. But with your contributions, it really helps out a lot. We had some great ones last week. Slew helped us out with the 777. We had a $20 from a new viewer. We had John Sanders, Degeneron, Germ, like Kevin Kovac gave us $15 in super stickers, or 25 actually. So you guys have been awesome with your contributions, and we really appreciate it. And one other thing you can do is buy my book on Amazon. It is the Jerks of the College Years. So if you like Jerks of the Week, I think you'll like this. It's basically my stories from college. I spent 6 years at Penn State, as you can see. I ran into some really weird people here. This guy stole my trash can in my dorm room. This guy I saved from a spider in the shower. You can read all about that in my book, and just buying it would really help out the show as well. So without further ado, let's introduce the guests from left to right. We have Butters. How are you, Butters?
I'm doing pretty good. And actually, speaking of Hunter today, I was sitting at the dealership getting my car repaired, and of course, when no one could change the channels, the view was on, and no one, regardless of whatever side you are on, everyone wanted the channel to be changed. And when the special report came on, like everyone literally cheered. So that was kind of a funny moment. But no, it's been kind of a good day here today. So I'm ready to get at it and make some picks.
Every time I see the view on TV or something, I always think about that Family Guy clip when they're watching the view and saw just a bunch of chickens just clucking. I feel like this makes what it is. Also joined by Nuggets. Nuggets, how's it going?
It's been awesome. The last couple of weeks have been great. As Butter can attest, like I would text him and be like, "Yo, we should bet this guy first round leader," and he'd be like, "Not sure." And I go, "Yeah, fuck you. I'm gonna bet him anyway." And like David Skins to be first round leader in the RBC at plus 8,000. That was a nice payday. And then the next day, I'm like, "Yo, we should bet Ryan Fox." He's like, "Nah, I'm not going to do that." I go,
"No, that's a lie. I said let's do this." Or what exactly did I say?
Fair enough. You said, "I'm not sure. I don't trust Australians." I'm not going to repeat what they said because you use a lot of profanity. But all I'm going to say is, okay, sure, fine, because I agree with you. And we ended up doing a dead heat chop on that one. So I cleared almost 14,000 just on those 2 bets. So I'll take it. So it's been a good couple weeks. Last week was pretty good too. I mean, we had Hovland, unfortunately, and then he died. I mean, Scotty ended up winning the whole damn thing. We did have that too. But yeah, it's been a good couple weeks. I'm keeping it kind of light this week, just going to bets with a little bit of DFS, but we'll have some fun. I guarantee it.
Yeah, for sure. I was about to say, like, hey, I was gonna tell everyone if Butters was did actually say let's do this or did not do this, but I did not get these texts. So
now I gotta find this.
I can't confirm or deny any of this.
Well, you gotta get on this. I mean, we try to share these ideas, but
I didn't get the text. Where are these texts? I have to also defend my Australian friends, as one of our best guests on here, Ben Wassley, is Australian, and he's fantastic. So some Australians are good. Nuggets man of the people says my man.
I meant from Stephen Coy, because my boy Stephen Coy decided to jump on. He's a good dude.
Okay, awesome. All right, so let's.
That dude chases tornadoes. Like he literally saves lives.
Right. Okay. Here's the tweet. You said for the day 2. You said, now for the important question of the day: can Ryan Fox shoot 6 or 7 under? And I replied with, "Shut up and take my money."
That's exactly what it was. And was I right?
I mean, he could have been without the dead heat, but is what it is.
Yeah. Hey, dead heat. I still cleared 3,500. I'll take it. It's called bankroll for the World Series of Poker. I'll take it.
That's pretty good. And yeah, you're going to the World Series of Poker. So I wish.
Yeah, I leave tomorrow night, and hopefully I'm coming back next time we do the British Open, and I'm flashing some bling.
That'd be awesome. I'm gonna root you on. I think you're the only person I know who's playing anyway. So why not?
There you go.
I'd root for you anyway. Sue says, "Careful, Nuggets. One of the new 80,000 IRS agents may be monitoring this show." I'm sure
the IRS is already after my ass. I don't give a shit.
Is Slew the Fed?
They already know who I am.
Slew's not the Fed. Slew's definitely not the Fed.
No, Slew's good people. We like Slew.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get to the meat of this here and get to the DFS.
And let's talk about this insane pricing. This is just insane.
You talking about Scheffler? We might as well. I think Scheffler deserves his own category, even though Rory is only 900 less. So I think you either play a Scheffler lineup or you don't play a Scheffler lineup. Scheffler is going to be close to 50% owned, I imagine. He's been on a tear.
Did I misread something? I know to cut you off, Walter. I apologize. But Rory, Scotty, and Xander are all playing together starting at 1:00 tomorrow Eastern. Did I misread that?
I did not check the start times for them. But
I think they're all in the same freaking group.
Oh, for practice round?
No, for the starting round.
All right, now I got what you said.
And it freaked me out when I saw that. I was like, wait a minute. Why are the number 1, 2, and 3 players in the world on the same freaking tee time?
I think they did that the last major. Well, the last major, didn't they do Scotty, Clark, and Harmon? Is that what they did?
They might have. But the pairing, I'm looking right now. Like it's Rory, Scotty,
Rory,
114. Rory, Xander, Scotty.
Okay.
And I kind of go like, WTF, what are we doing here? Because like this, it's the first and second round, right? So they're going to play in the 1:00 round, which means they're going to play like early morning the next round. So 7:00 in the morning, 8:00 in the morning, give or take, right? So like the conditions are supposed to be great both days. But like, why put these 3 guys together? Like, this is all the attention, like TV attention. Like, I would break it up, but like, if you play all 3 of these guys in the lineup, you have no more money. Like, you're basically playing.
Not that I would, but yeah, you can't afford anyone anymore.
You can't afford anybody. Like,
well, looks like you've got Cantlay, Kuchar, and Henley in one lineup, and so for how slow Cantlay plays, I mean, we might have to have a funeral for Kuchar as well.
Kuchar's just going to die of a heart attack for playing with Cantlay. He's old. I mean, he went to a school down the street from me. He's a nice dude, but he's just old and bald. I don't trust old bald dudes. The only one I trust is Tiger, but we'll get to Tiger in a few.
Well, the guy's not old and bald. Is Scheffler. He's 13K. He's won 5 times this year, so he's looking for his 6th tournament win of the year so far. It's only June, which is insane.
And not to be a total like crazy person, but like Sunday is Father's Day, like if you want some crazy narrative stuff, I mean, Scotty to win it on Father's Day, just becoming a new dad.
So it applies to Sam Burns too, right? So
Agreed.
yeah,
And don't get into Sammy. I love Sammy this week. I love
okay,
Sammy.
cool. Yeah, we'll get to him in a bit. But like as for Scheffler, like I said, I feel like you're either playing him or you're not, given the ownership on him. I'm gonna play him. I play one lineup. Actually, I'm thinking about playing two, just for this. Is $1 million at the top on DraftKings. But I mean, Scheffler's just out of his mind, and this is arguably the toughest course on tour this year. The last time they played here, only one person was on the par, which is insane. And so I feel like a course like this really will expose weaknesses in golfers. So I'm looking at golfers who don't have any liabilities and also are very accurate, have a great approach game, and are great around the greens. And that's Scheffler in a nutshell. I compared Scheffler's run, or like Scheffler in golf, really, to I don't know if you guys apologies to those who watch the Saturday show and they're like, Walt's talking about this again. Remember James Holzhauer's run on Jeopardy, the sports bettor? He kept winning like nonstop. He kept winning, and eventually they wanted him off the show because I guess they thought it was boring, even though the ratings were skyrocketing. So they kept like amping up the difficulty on the show, and he kept winning by more and more. Like he was unstoppable. And when he lost, they started asking easy questions. And like the episode he lost, like my wife and I were like, wait, we know all these questions. Like, what is going on here? And the reason he lost is because like the other contestants were able to answer the questions correctly. So I feel like this applies to Scheffler, where if he plays on an easy golf course, he can get passed by like almost anyone and get into like a birdie fest, like we saw with Stefan Jaeger at the Houston Open. But on a course like this, where it's so hard, I think Scheffler just has such a huge advantage over almost everyone. So I'm betting him at plus 333. I know that's like doesn't seem like a great number, but honestly, especially with John Rahm out, I think he should be closer to 2-1. So I actually think plus 333 is not a bad deal. So I bet 3 units on him. He's going to be in my lineup even at 13K. And honestly, like I put Scheffler and someone close to 10K in my lineup, and I actually still build a pretty good lineup without any 5K guys. So you can do it. I don't think it's too restrictive this week. I think there's some great values we'll get to. But yeah, Scheffler, I'm all in on Scheffler. I know at least one of you guys will disagree. So Butters and then Nuggets, what are your thoughts on Scheffler?
I'm definitely not fading Scheffler. I mean, I'm still trying to decide what and how much I'm going to play him because I haven't built any lineups, anything yet. But I mean, we've seen kind of all year that people like try to make excuses to fade Scheffler, and it's more times than not that it's been the bad idea. So I mean, if it's very hard for me to see him outside the top of T5, if that T10. So I mean, if you're looking at kind of a guaranteed top 10, I mean, why would you fade him? I mean, I get that. If you want to try building a lineup that's with him and try to go with some 5K or load up on 6K guys, that you might be different. You might already be different by just playing him, skipping the 9K, or just kind of play around with him. But his win equity is way too high to try to fit into that.
Yeah, real quick before he gets to Nuggets. So in my lineup, I have Scheffler and a 9K guy. I had no 5K guys. I had 2 6K guys and 2 7K guys. So I like it. Like there are some good values here, I think. So we'll get to them too. But Nuggets, what are your thoughts on Scheffler here?
Can I guess your lineup?
But yeah, go ahead. This will be fun.
Scotty, Morikawa, Sam Burns, Theegala, Bezenhout, and Sepp.
You got 3 out of 6. That's pretty good. Scheffler, Morikawa, and Sepilan Straka. Yeah, 3 out of 6.
Yeah, I've told Butter this for years. Like, I love Sepp Straka. Like, the dude is awesome. Second and fourth round. Like, and Bezenhout has decided to show up this year. I mean, he could have like made a charge of Scotty, but he didn't. So I really like them. But going back to Scotty is his own thing. My problem with Scotty is this. I mean, 13,000 chews up a ton of salary, right? If you fade Scotty, especially in like the Billy, like you're automatically different. Because I think a lot of people are going to grab Scotty, a 9K guy, 2.6 and 2.7s. And there's just so much value in the 2.6s and 2.7s, but like you're really doing like a 150 prayer, if you will, right? Like if you fade Scotty and go like start Xander, who's got the best putting in the PGA in the last was it 48 tournaments? Like I'd rather start that way and kind of go from there. But listen, like in single entry, I'm fading Scotty. Like I can't do it. When it's gonna be 50 or 60% owned and every line's gonna be identical, like I'd rather just skip it. But if I'm MMEing, sure, Scotty's in there, but I got a feeling I'm gonna get duped. Maybe even three or four entries are gonna be the same with Scotty. Especially when you're dealing with like what 200,000 entries.
Mhm.
So you're playing in like a 4-4-4-4 type, which if you got a ticket, awesome. I mean, I got a ticket, so I'm gonna take a shot in it. I'm not playing Scotty, and that's gonna make me different.
Wait, hold on. You're not playing him in the 4-4-4-4?
I am not.
Okay, interesting. But I think
only because his putting sucks. His putting sucks, and I know this sounds terrible to say, but like everyone's looking for a reason to fade Scotty, and I get it. But the problem with Scotty is he can't putt, and even from like 6 feet out, he can't putt. Like when you're telling me he's 145th in putting out of 156 players on the tournament, like why am I going to do that over the last 2 years and go with Scotty when I can go with somebody who's number one like Xander? Like I'm sorry, it's just not my deal. I can't do it.
If I could push back with two things. Before I do, you said the putting stat was over 2 years. Is that what you said?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. No, he was. If you look at his putting last year, this is on Data Golf. Like he was losing strokes on putting in every tournament. Like he was really struggling last year, and also to start this year. Ever since the Arnold Palmer in March when he went to he switched up what he was doing when he was putting. I forget. He went to the mallet, I think. Ever since then, he's gained strokes putting in every single tournament. So I think that number is outdated. So that's
and
like,
you might be right about that.
Yeah.
And what I'll say to that, Walter, is that like when I'm watching him and there's like a 16-foot birdie putt and he misses it.
Yeah.
Like that's what I kept seeing here at the Memorial. Like, and these weren't Bermuda greens. These were just like regular greens that didn't run fast. And he's missing birdie putt after birdie putt after birdie putt. Like it wasn't bad shots that got him there, right? Like he was hitting like some insane approach shots. And you tell me about approach, like shots gains be approach. He's number one. Like I will never doubt that. But when the dude needs to hit a birdie putt, I'm worried about it. Like it's one of those things. Like I'm literally clenching the chair because if he misses another one, I will freak.
There might not be a lot of birdies at this course, anyways.
Exactly. Thank you.
So you're gonna be wanting to play for par on a lot of courses, on a lot of these holes.
Thank you. Somebody who has seen the videos of these balls.
I've seen enough on Twitter of people saying, "Oh, this is going to be easy. This is
like,
not."
Here's the ball on the fifth green, and they just toss it up like it's a chip shot, and you see it roll all the way around and down to the sand trap, and you're like, "What?"
There's people that have putted, and the ball has literally came right back to their feet.
Yeah, and that's what freaks me out because Scotty isn't a great putter.
I'll take him now than what 6 months ago.
Yeah,
I'll take his putting from now than it was 6 months ago, though.
Yeah, it's gotten better. And my second point of contention is, and I put this up here, bogey avoidance. He's number one, which seems important here on this course as we're talking about.
I never said he was going to bogey. I just said he's going to go to par. But that's the point. He lined himself up for a birdie putt, and he screws it up,
Right.
and then he'll get to par, which is fine. But
Right.
the problem is, you want a guy who's going to me. Granted, God, I'm actually going to say this. God, this is going to kill me because Butters just said it, and then you just said it. This is a course where par makes sense.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh crap. Scotty's going to miss some putts, and he's going to hit par, and the winning score will be even.
A lot of people are going to miss putts. Even a lot. You're going to have Cam Smith, who's probably the best putter in the world. He's going to miss putts.
What do you guys think
God.
what do you guys think the winning score is going to be?
If we're lucky, -3.
Yeah.
If we're lucky. I mean, I'm thinking about
if we're lucky. I've seen some people say maybe like -5 and -6, and I hope not. I'm actually hoping it's like +1.
Okay, the best course comparison I could find was like the Brookline one here in Massachusetts, where they it was Matty Fitzpatrick and Cam Smith, right? I think, and Cam Smith won the U.S. Open at the Brookline Country Club, and it was like terrible conditions. But I think it was like a -2 score. Do I want to say? I'm probably wrong, but it was something like that.
Yeah, I think we're gonna. My guess is 2 under or 3 under. I think it depends on the conditions, but I think 3 under is possible. My second point of contention with Scheffler was like, yeah, I mean, obviously putting is important, but I don't think on this, like, this is not like a birdie fest where putting is so key. Like, I think if you're like ranking the traits, I think driving accuracy and approach are the 2 most important. And then after that, you could talk about like around the green, and then you get to either driving distance or putting as number 4 or 5.
So
go ahead.
I owe an apology, not to cut you off, Walter. I apologize. When it was in Brookline, similar conditions, it was actually Fitzpatrick who won. He won with a -6.
Okay.
So my apologies on that. I thought it was Cam Smith, but no. I remember him and Fitzpatrick going to the wire. I couldn't remember who won, but the answer was Fitzpatrick, a -6.
Okay.
And I could see a score even lower than that going here.
Okay, interesting. All right, so yeah, we can have some more debates with Scheffler, but we have to get to some of these other golfers. And as Nuggets pointed out, he likes Schauffele here. The rest of the 10K plus range, you have McIlroy 12-1, Schauffele 11-5, John Rahm, who is called it quits, is withdrawn 10-9. He was allegedly, there was a fake account where he was allegedly complaining about the greens, and I kind of joked that, like, he got used to the Goofy Golf Open at the Jersey Shore. But yeah, he's out with a toe apparently, and then Bryson DeChambeau 10-1, Brooks Koepka at 10 flat. This group, I mean, I love Schauffele. It's just hard to get to him and Scheffler. Like, if you put him, those 2 in the same lineup, you're going to have to play 5K guys here. So what you could do is you could play Koepka as well. I like Koepka. He's another guy who has no flaws. And obviously he has a great major track record. He has 5 wins at majors. So he looks really appealing as well. DeChambeau, I think he's going to be hurt by his accuracy. Now, he was able to get second at the PGA Championship, but this is a much different course. I just don't think it's built for him. And McIlroy, his weakness is accuracy as well. So I have no interest in McIlroy, DeChambeau. But yeah, Schauffele, if you're not playing Schauffele, I would play Schauffele and or Koepka here. So Butters and Nuggets, like, what do you think about this range?
I haven't built any lineups yet, but I am really high on Bryson, the science guy. And really, he is kind of the science guy because he's a lot of people to make fun of with things that they think he's not as smart as he should be, but he is very smart. And there's a video that I saw earlier here on Twitter today where he had his irons like he's already touted the fact that he's had his irons like AI molded, and it's been like kind of like curved because of the speed of which he from which he hits. And I believe him. A lot of people have been saying like, oh, this is not a great course for him. You know what? My strategy this week, I'm going to be flat out right now, is bombers. You're going to need to. There's a lot of these holes here that you just literally need to bomb it out there and give me all the bombers. And right off the bat, Bryson is ready. He's hungry. He's really matured. And honestly, I think a lot of people still hate him because of the fact that like they think he's still the same person he was a couple of years ago. No, I think he's really matured. He's got distance. He's really been playing well, and he's hungry for another major win. And so I don't know if I'll lock him, but I'm very, very high on Bryson. I'm also very, very high on Brooks. I mean, this is a major. This is a tough course. This screams of a Brooks course. The reason why I was kind of a little bit worried about when you asked with the question about like what the final score is going to be, if it's -3 or if it's -3 or less, I like it. If we're pushing -5, -6, okay, maybe he doesn't win, but he can still get in the top 5. But the tougher the course, the better he is. So, and there's a lot of bunkers. There's a lot of distance that you need here. He's brought out more distance. He's really shown who he is. He's really shown his true colors here lately as well. And I just can't pass off that. So if I'm really high on Brooks and I'm really high on the Shambo, I might have to be out on everyone else around. But however, I'm kind of a little bit interested in Rory. I'm just not a Rory fan, but I like money. So with Rory, he's been gaining distance. He has been gaining distance off the tee a little bit, and this could be a course where he's ready to kind of finally show up again at another major. So I have some interest in Rory. Maybe the whole divorce conversation, now they're getting back together. Maybe that distraction is out of his head now that he can play. Who knows? So those are kind of the three. I might consider one or two with Schauffele, but I think I'm kind of, if I have to rank my top 3 in this range, it would be Brooks, Bryson, and Rory. But Brooks and Bryson are very, very close.
Okay, it's interesting that you're prioritizing bombers over guys who are accurate. I feel like you have to be super accurate here, but I was really looking for guys who don't have any flaws. But yeah, I mean, if like bombers like Shambo is definitely no brainer. Of the other guys in this group, the only person I bet is Koepka. He was 26-1 last night. He's actually 28-1 on Bookmaker right now, which I think is a ridiculous number for someone who has the sort of track record on majors. So Nuggets, what do you think about this range?
I hate it, except for I absolutely hate it. I mean, Hovland I thought about, but then he melted down at the Memorial.
Nuggets, we're at the Rory through Koepka range, 10K plus.
Oh, right. Sorry, my bad. But I hate Koepka because I think he's going to bitch quit. He's too worried about his Florida Panthers in the Stanley Cup final.
Is that true? Has he said anything?
So apparently,
there's a picture of him with a fire cone on his.
And I'll maybe change your mind here.
No.
Wait, what'd you guys say? You guys were talking at the same time.
Go ahead, Butters.
Okay. So apparently he was in it. There must have been some high money betting along the lines, but he was in a practice round with Phil, and I believe it was DJ. And from what I've been hearing, he was just dialed in, hitting his shots, getting it within 15 from the pin, not bouncing off of the green, and just making shots. And it's just, if he's dialed in, I'm ready. I'd be very close to just saying I'm going to lock him.
I read the same report, but do they do the same thing at the U.S. Open? Do they
U.S.
on
Open
every hole? I mean, they don't.
What do you mean U.S. Open? Or do you mean the PGA?
Yeah, I mean, if you told me
PGA
Brooks
was more of a birdie fest. This is a tough
right, but you're telling me that he's playing with guys that want to make bets, right? So $1,000 a hole. If I'm Brooks, I'll go after that money because Jenna needs it. But
I'm sure she's already got limited money at this point.
Probably at this rate. But the whole point is like this dude, like I think he just bitch quits, just like Dustin Johnson. Like I think they both bitch quit. Like unless their team's in the lead, like they're not going to care. And I think he's more worried about like the Florida Panthers being in the Stanley Cup final because of that whole meme of like him with like the traffic cone on his nuts, and he's like trying to like screw the air. Like I just think he's got other things on his mind than trying to win this. I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think he's worried about Florida unless the Oilers start bringing more fans. They're going to flash all the fans.
You know what? By the way, that was a great Twitter. I mean, that woman needs to be just immortalized. Because between her and Jenna, I take the Oilers fan over Jenna. But anyway, don't worry, Walter. I'll send it to you.
Okay. I have no idea what you guys talking about.
Yeah. Just if you do Oilers rack woman, you'll probably hit it on Twitter. Because somebody thought it was.
I see it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Now you see it. You're like, yeah. And the kicker is everyone thought it was a conspiracy that she was a Florida's Panthers fan and like 3 years ago or something because somebody did basically the same thing. Anyway, whole point is I don't trust Brooks. I don't like Brooks. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not playing in my single entry. Moving on.
Okay. Is this the Ranger you're talking about that you didn't like at all?
I other than Xander, like I know he's a bit above in the kind of the 11-5 range. He's the only one I trust.
Okay, interesting. Like I said, Koepka for me here. And if I'm not playing Scheffler, I'm definitely playing Schauffele, but it's hard to play both of them together. All right, let's get to the 9K range. You touched on Victor Hovland, who was awful at the beginning of the year, but has gotten better recently. You have Ludwig Oberg, who has meniscus tear of some sort, but that didn't really impact him last weekend, where he finished tied for fifth. You have Colin Morikawa, who is my favorite player in this range. He's my number 2 in my model. He's been fantastic recently. He dealt with back spasm last year, and he definitely seems to be over it. And like I said, I think accuracy is the most important thing on this course, and there's no one at this tournament who's more accurate than Morikawa. Even Scheffler, Morikawa is the most accurate guy you're going to get. Cantley actually he hasn't done well this year, but he actually ranks pretty highly in my model. I was kind of surprised he didn't make it into my lineup or anything, but. He's kind of interesting. And then Wyndham Clark, not sure what he's doing here. He's got third at the Heritage, but he's missed the cut in 3 of his previous 5. Ever since I pulled his Rainmaker card, he's been terrible. So it's kind of like I don't know, maybe
it's like Jaeger with me. I pulled his Rainmaker card and the shit says.
I know it's ridiculous. Last year I pulled Sung J M Legendary. I was so excited, and then he just fell off a cliff after that. It just seems to happen all the time. The only guy I bet in this range is Colin Morikawa. I bet him at 16-1. Actually, it's 16.5-1 on Bookmaker. It's not like a fantastic number, but he's in the top 3 in my model. So and the number was better than Schauffele's. So who's number 3 in my model. So I love Morikawa here. And if you start Scheffler and Morikawa, as talked about before. You have 6,900 left per player, so you grab a couple of cheap 6,000 guys, and then you can pay up in the 7,000 range for the other 2. So, that might be the most popular build, but in single entry, you're not going to be too penalized for that. So, Butters and then Nuggets, what do you think about this range?
I might completely fade it.
Okay. Can I jump in here?
Yeah,
because I think the range is the best range in here.
Okay. I mean, it's based on the strategy. I get it.
I mean, Morikawa for me. I mean, I got him at plus 1,100 to win it. He just went head to head with Scotty and lost by a stroke. I mean, if you're not backing this dude, I don't know what's wrong with you. Because Scotty at like right now I'm seeing like plus 250, plus 300. Yeah. Cool. But Morikawa, like the dude is just on fire. Hold on, let me pull up the thing because Morikawa finished second a week ago, fourth, ninth, and third. Like the dude is on fire.
Yep.
Like I usually trust more Flower, but I kind of have to trust him because the dude I think has got something figured out. And if he's putting better than Scotty, last I checked, that's how you get birdies. And I kind of have to back him. Like so, I'm in at Morikawa plus 1100. Oh crap! I just checked it. I actually have a Morikawa plus 3200.
Wow. Where and how did you get that?
Because I bet it during the memorial. Because I was like, wait a minute, some dude's gonna win this, and he's like, I don't know what his FedEx ranking is, but it's in the top 10. Just like I bet, yeah, just like I bet Keegan Bradley too. But that's a whole nother story. We'll get into it.
Yeah, ever since the Masters, he's been on fire. Like you said, he got third in the Masters, he got fourth in the PGA Championship, second at the Memorial. So he could play at any course. He is the most accurate. Like I said, just look at the Pentagon here. He's more accurate than Scheffler. So yeah, I love this guy. 9,400 is way too cheap. He should be nearing 11,000. So
but he's not.
Yeah, he should be. He should be in the Rory range. He should be.
Yeah, he should be. All right, Butters, you were gonna say something.
Yeah, I'm saying he's not a dad, so he can't win on Father's Day.
It's true.
No, I guess if anyone in this range that I'd be interested would be Morikawa or Aberg or Auberg, whatever. I can't remember how you pronounce it, but
Auberg. Apparently.
Auberg. There we go. Just because of the distance that you can have from him, I'm not concerned about his meniscus. I mean, if he's going to show up, he's going to show up. These golfers, they're going to play through their injury unless they're Hideki, which I have also heard that Hideki looks healthy. So that's for a different discussion. But those would be probably the only two in this range I'd be looking at. But Morikawa is going to be super popular in the betting world, super popular in DFS. And I have to kind of keep reminding myself that when you're looking at a top range, don't worry about ownership. You're picking winners. If you're gonna organically get yourself different, you're not gonna worry about players that are in the 9K and above. You can start kind of getting different maybe in around the 8Ks and below, but if you really feel strongly, play them. Like, don't care about ownership. So again, he's going to be very popular in the betting world just because of his price. He's going to be very popular in DFS again because of his price. He's been showing the results, but it depends on how you're going to build your lineup. So if you're looking at it in DFS, decide how you're going to play it. My suggestion again would just be, don't look at it as his ownership. Figure out how you're going to get different organically and not just by, oh, he's too popular, fade him. No. Don't play that game. Just decide what you want to do with them and move on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So let's get to the 8K range, starting with Justin Thomas at 8,900. Don't really trust him. He's not too low in my model. It's actually 9th in my model, but his accuracy is bad, which is kind of weird that he'd be that highly. But he's so good with his approach and around the green game, which will definitely help him here. I just think that the lack of accuracy could really hurt him. Cam Smith, not a big fan of him here either. Max Homa is another guy who I pulled a Rainmaker and a legendary card of his, and he's been horrible ever since. It was after the Masters. And he after he lost in the Masters to Scheffler, he joked about becoming an alcoholic again, and I don't know if that actually happened because he's been terrible ever since. Tommy Fleetwood, though, at 8,500, people will say that he's a choke artist, but everyone said that of Xander Schauffele before the PGA Championship, and Schauffele won. Fleetwood has a pretty good track record at majors. If you account for him not winning, he has, I might as well just pull it up instead of BSing here. if you look at like his results, they're actually pretty good despite not winning. So at the majors, he got third at the Masters, he got fifth at the U.S. Open last year, he got fourth at the British Open 2022, he got fifth at the PGA Championship in 2022, he got the second at the 2019 British Open. He got second at the 2018 U.S. Open. He got fourth at the U.S. Open. So many top 5 finishes without winning. If this guy's 8,500 and you're telling me, oh, he's not going to win, but he has a decent chance of being top 5. Like sign me up for that. Like he has no liabilities here. I like Fleetwood a lot. I bought his legendary card on Rainmaker, so hopefully that doesn't backfire. But I do like Fleetwood quite a bit at 8,500. Moving on, we have Zalatoris 8,300. He's been struggling lately. Matt Fitzpatrick 8,200 doesn't rank too highly in my model. Same thing with Finau. Hideki I like too. Hideki is someone I bet as well. Two of my bets were in this range. I bet Fleetwood. Despite him not winning, I bet Fleetwood at a decent number. I got him at 36-1 a bookmaker. Thought that was pretty good. And then Hideki I got at 50-1 on bookmaker as well. Hideki has gotten healthier recently. You always have to worry about his health. Like he always seems like he's always good for like withdrawing two times a year or 3 times a year just because out of nowhere, and you're always going to be salty about that. But I don't see that happening at a major. And plus, like I said, he's been healthier recently. Past 5 tournaments, he got 6th, 7th, and 8th. So he seems to be trending upward. And I think this course suits him pretty well. So I like Hideki at 8,000 flat. So Hideki and Fleetwood in this range for me. So what do you guys think? Butters and the Nuggets.
They're missing the best player in this range.
Okay, who's that?
Will Zalatoris.
Yes.
Okay.
You buttered it all over this. This dude has been like, if Scotty Scheffler did not exist and Will Zalatoris didn't get injured, he would be the number 1 player on the tour. Am I wrong?
Yeah. Well, no, you're not wrong. I
meant to Butters, but
sorry.
No, it's okay. But this dude got hurt and kind of screwed it. But I'm telling you, when you look at like scoring, like strokes gained, tee to green, approach, putting, Will Zalatoris is the dude. Like this dude will save all your DFS lineups. I already bet him. Plus, I bet him to be top 10, top 5, and win this mother effer. Like he's one of my other bets. Like I think the dude can do it. Like he just loves tough conditions and can pull it off. And he's been through a bunch of crap. And I like dudes that like that. And I think this dude can just do it. And at 8,300 helps a lot of your lineups out.
Yeah, I think.
Go ahead.
I'll shut up now, Butters. It's on you.
Sorry, I was going to say something about Zalatoris. I mean, like you're not wrong about his talent. He's amazing, but I worry about his health. You know, he got injured last year, and look at his previous 5 finishes: 44th cut, 60th, 43rd, 41st.
But I'm looking at what I'm dealing with Pinehurst, right? Okay. And Pinehurst and the course tells me that his skill set fits. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I'll refund everybody who bet him to win. As long as you bet under $20. If you bet over that, it's on you. But I'm telling you, like, I don't see a sexier pick than him at the 8,000 range.
Okay, here's what I'll say about Will. So during these majors, I like to read anything with boots on the ground. Hole number 10 is a 617-yard par 5. From what I read, he is the only person people saw that was able to get on the green in 2. No one else did it but him. If you can get on the green on a 617-yard par 5, sign me up. You've already put your chance for a possible eagle shot there. If you can do that every single round, you're going to win. Sign me up for Will Zalatoris.
Okay.
So if he's got that distance, I'm all in on.
Okay. Anyone else you like in this range?
For the record, Will Zalatoris top 5 is 1,400 to 1 right now.
I saw him to win it at plus 110.
He's 14 to 1, you mean, right? To finish top 5?
Yeah, 14 to 1.
Okay. I was going to say 1,400 to 1 would be a nice payout. But no, it's pretty good. For Zalatoris to win outright, I'm seeing 110 to 1 a bookmaker right now.
That's crazy for a person that can get on 2 on a 617-yard par 5. That's crazy. Okay. Will he make the putt? Who knows? However, if you can get on the green there, you've already given yourself a chance. If you can give yourself a chance, you can win this event.
Okay. Yeah, I was worried about his health and recent performances being very bad, but if he's doing well in the practice rounds, sure, it's definitely worth considering. Maybe I'll put a bet on it. All right, so Butters,
Tiger's doing well in the practice rounds too, but
yeah, I heard about that too.
True. All right, Butters. Anyone else in the AK range before we get to Nuggets?
Actually, I have some interest in Hideki. I mean, there's always injury risk from him, but from what I've been hearing is that he actually looks healthy in the practice. So, I mean, a healthy Hideki and no one's going to play him. I may take a couple shots on him. I don't know if I want to play Fleetwood. Probably a guaranteed top 5. Are you really wanting to spend 8,500 on a top 5? I want win equity. So, I mean, if you can't win, I don't know if I want to care. Plus, you might be able to find someone in the 7K range that might be able to top 5 too, and that's already a better play. So, I mean, right now it'd be Will Zalatoris, Hideki, maybe a little bit of Fitzpatrick, but at the moment, that's about it.
Okay, Nuggets. Who do you like besides Zalatoris?
I hate Hideki because I think he bitch quits like 24/7. Homa will be an interesting one. Cam Smith is out there. I think Justin Thomas is broken, so I'm not playing him. So Cam Smith, no Homa for me. Willie Z and Fitzpatrick. That's it. I mean, okay. I can't justify anybody else.
Okay. And thoughts on Fleetwood? You didn't mention him.
No, I like Fleetwood. Hold on, pull up his course history real quick because he was interesting. Tommy Fleetwood, where are you? There you are. He's coming into good form, but he has no course history here.
The last time they played here was like no. I mean, almost no one has course history here, right? Like Pinehorn.
It's fair, but when I look
at it was 2014 and 2005,
yeah,
like he finished 5th here, 5th in the U.S. Open, but it wasn't here obviously. But he missed the cut, 50th, missed the cut, 65, and then last week he finished 20th, and 2 weeks for that, 21st. I can't find a good comp to back Tommy Fleetwood. I mean, is he good value to bet? Absolutely. Can I put him into my DFS lineup? I can't justify it. Like, I cannot 100% back him. So it's a me thing. If he had more course history, sure. I just don't see it. I mean, when I look at you look at like Morikawa, you look at Cam Smith, you look at Will Zalatoris, who in 2020 finished 6th at a U.S. Open, finished 2nd in 2022. Hideki finished 4th in 2022. Ricky Fowler finished 5th in 2023. Yeah, I know I'm going in the sevens. Apologize. I'm just trying to tell you, like, how do you justify going after Tommy Fleetwood when he hasn't produced or won? Like, he's like, I feel like I'm dealing with Mark, and then I feel like I'm doing Sammy Sosa versus Mark McGuire, right? Like,
Yeah.
who's gonna hit the biggest bomb and get to Maris's record, right? And it being McGuire, right? But like, I feel like Sosa is Tommy Fleetwood in that aspect.
Well, maybe you can have both because I feel like McGuire in this scenario is Scheffler at 13K, and then if Fleetwood is Sosa, you can play both of them in your lineup. So why not both?
I'm still not playing Fleetwood.
Okay, well, I'm saying that like what Butters is saying, you're like, okay, like not guaranteed, but like a decent chance at a top 5, but no win. I think I'll take that at 8,500. If it was 9,500, no. 8,500 seems like pretty good because you can have 2 stabs at the winner with Scheffler or Morikawa or however you want to take, like Xander, Brooks, etc. And then your third guy has a good chance at the top 5. I'll definitely take that myself. But yeah, and like I said, Xander's always been choke artist until he won the last major. Maybe it's Fleetwood's turn. So let's get to the 7K range with Jordan Spieth 79, Hatton 78, Lowry 77. No real interest in these guys. Thigala same 76, Cam Young 75, Dustin Johnson 74, Jason Day 74. Min Woo Lee 73. Tom Kim is fairly high in my model at 7,300, but didn't get quite there. Actually, if I had 100 more, I would have played him over Corey Connors. I actually have Corey Connors in my lineup. I think he's let's see where he is in my model. He's number 19. So I like Corey Connors here. Bobby McIntyre, who just won at the Canadian Open. 7,200 here. Benihana 71. Sung J M 7,100. I think we were talking last time you guys were on. He was I thought he was great value. Now he didn't make the cut, but in his previous 3 tournaments, otherwise he's finished 4th, 9th, and 8th. He's extremely talented. Like he's extremely talented young golfer. He was struggling earlier in the year. Then he took a trip to South Korea, which is where he's from, at the end of April. I don't know what he did there, but ever since he got back, he's been on fire. And I don't think the pricing has accounted for that. I think he's an extremely great bargain at 7,100. So I will be playing him. I also bet him at 90 to 1. Let's see. Otherwise, here we have Ricky Fowler, 7K, Justin Rose, 7K. No interest for me there. So for me in this range, I like Tom Kim, Corey Connors, and Sung J M. So Butters and the Nuggets go ahead, and I will be right back because I have to transfer my daughter over to her crib. So go ahead.
Someone who I wasn't expecting to be in 7K, and someone who I was not. I've been off all year, but if you take putting out of the scenario, because putting could really be just random. It could just be you find a hot putter, but someone that could get hot at any time. Jordan Spieth.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He's been mashing the ball.
No.
If this is just
no.
If this is just a driving contest and you just need off the tee,
Butters, you hate money. You must. I'm gonna change your DFS name to Butters Hates Money.
maybe I'll change that. But if
you would have million with Spieth, I will give you $100,000.
When is the last time Spieth has been in the 7K range? That is
he sucks and he's broken, just like Justin Thomas.
And when no one plays him, that's when he goes off.
I'd rather play Tom Kim or Sam Burns or Justin Johnson. Yeah, he might bitch quit because he's doing that. But Thigala, Lowry, Hatton. I trust Hatton to roll these cats. Like rather than Spieth. Like, why are you wasting your money on Spieth? I swear.
What does
if you hit a milli for with Spieth in your lineup, I swear to God, I will donate $10,000 to the Boston Children's Hospital.
Nice.
I was going to donate a lot more than that, or a lot less than that actually, but like for my poker winnings. But like, I will donate straight out. If you win a milli, I'll donate $10K to the Boston Pediatrics Cancer Ward because they need a lot of money after the shit that I saw. But yeah, if you win it with Spieth, they're fine. But I'm telling you, Spieth sucks. And I might just make it 20,000 if Spieth doesn't make it into the winning lineup.
Well, what does concern me
No bullshit.
What does concern me is his wrist. Yeah, it does seem like that is an actual
because he
concern.
sucks. He's fucking broken.
I mean, I get it. I really do. It's the same thing. It's almost like you can put him in the same conversation these days as Hideki, where it comes with injuries, not showing up, that sort of thing. But then there's that one random time that they spike, and it's like, holy hell, you could have won everything just because no one was on him. Cheap price. There you go.
Give me Robbie McIntyre. Like, are you kidding me? I would say McIntyre, Burns, Corey Connors over freaking Justin Spieth. Like, are you kidding me?
I mean, it's just egregious to see him down in the 7K range.
I agree with the price. I agree it's egregious. However, he sucked. And he has been terrible at golf. Like, hell, I may be better than him at golf at this rate. Because the dude is in his head and something is very, very wrong with him.
But I can tell you who I'm definitely not playing is Cam Young. Cam Young needs to go back to the Corn Ferry Tour.
I don't disagree there. Like,
give me Harry Higgs back in the PGA and Cam Young into the Corn Ferry Tour. My God, this guy sucks.
Okay, my guys are Lowry, Thigala, Tom Kim, Minwoo, Sammy Burns, Connors, and Benny Ann. I'm not playing Sanjay because I think Sanjay is a bitch.
I'm not playing Thigala. I'm not playing Thigala because from what I've been told from conversations with his caddy, they have no idea how to play this course. If you have a caddy who has no idea what the hell's going on, why would you play him?
You want a random dude to play here? And I know it's super random. Alex Noren.
He's probably one of the hottest players in the entire year.
Hottest and consistent.
Yeah.
And he's 6,900. I know we're going a little below the 7,000, but like, and kind of to broach the 6,000 conversation, this dude has just been ridiculous. And as somebody, yes, oh my God, Stephen Coy, I love you. You're like my brother that I never had. Because it is so true. 100%. He ain't the same dude. I think honestly, like, Spieth just, anyway. My whole point is when you look at, like, you see Noren, you see Sepp Straka in a 6,000K range, like, how the hell is Sepp 6,500? He is like Mr. round 2 and round 4. The dude just, like, he might dig himself into a +7 hole on round 1. But round 2, he's like -7. And he wins me showdowns. I can't name the number of showdowns I've had with him. That it's just like, Sepp is a dude that just decides that, oh, everyone hates me? F it. I'm going to go win the whole thing. I can't name it with Sepp. Like, dude just kills it. And same with it. Bezainhout and Mackenzie Hughes. I think those two dudes, I know we're going into the Sixers, but I apologize, but like, those are like the dudes I look at where, like, you grab those guys, you grab Benny Ann, and you guys still kill our lineup. You can grab 3 10K guys that aren't Scotty.
Yeah. I was going to read off. I'm not going to read off every name. The 6K range.
Walter, my apologies.
I was not going to read off every name in the 6K range, but I will give you the top 7 guys I like in this range. Number 1 is Russell Henley. I worry about his power. That's the weakness here, but he's super accurate. He's great with approach and around the green. Everything, like if you take the power away, like it's just phenomenal. And he's done well this year. He's got a couple of top 4 finishes. I think that he's actually 6th in my model. So the next guy in the 6K range is Siwoo Kim. Same thing, basically. Great with accuracy, approach around the green. Just power is lacking. And so I guess like Butters is not going to like these guys because we differ on our philosophies on this course. Because he's talking about wanting guys with more like bombing ability, where I value guys who are more accurate. So you kind of have to decide what you're doing here. Alex Noren is number 3. We mentioned him, so I like him a lot. Sepulon Straka, number 4 in this range. I'm a huge fan of Sepulon Straka. We won with him at like 56-1 or 65-1, whatever it was. In the tournament he won last year. He had a huge lead too in round 4. He was killing it. So yeah, hopefully we recapture that magic again. That'd be awesome. Number 5 is I know Nuggets is not gonna like this guy, Pumper Nickel Rye here. So he's super accurate guy. As you can tell, I prefer the accurate guys in this course. Number 6, we mentioned this guy as well, Christian Bezadenhout. Same basic philosophy, where very accurate but not very powerful, but he's got everything else going for him. And number 7, Keegan Bradley, mentioned him. I think Nuggets mentioned him as well. I have his Rainmaker card, so I'm rooting for him. He's been on fire, so hopefully that continues. And he's one of these golfers who has no liabilities. He gains strokes in every single category, and those are the type of golfers I'm looking for. So even though he's like 7th in my model of the 6K guys, I may decide to play him over some of the other guys who have like these liabilities with their driving distance. So I have to kind of still decide what I'm doing in that regard. But yeah, those are the 7 guys in the 6K range I like. Butters, who do you like in this range?
Are we still talking about anyone from 7K?
Oh, I mean, I kind of missed what you said because I had to go transfer my daughter. So I don't know who you brought up in the 7K range behind Spieth, besides Spieth.
Well, one 7K golfer that for years, like I love playing this player. And I don't know why I decided to fade him on the last major, and maybe it might be a little bit more popular option this time than I thought it would be Justin Rose. He seems to just kind of be like Brooks sometimes, where he just kind of comes out in majors. Maybe he's coming out with a little bit of a resurgence again. I mean, he had a T6 in the PGA Championship. He has actually played this course before. So having a little bit of course history here might help him. So I might have a little bit of interest in Rose. Is he in the 7K range as well?
Yeah, 7,000.
This is a 6K range guy, but a 6K range guy I'm interested in is Dean Burmeister, someone who could bomb it and putt it. And he's from the Live Tour. I get it. A lot of people are going to be anti-Live. However, if you're going to have a guy that goes out there that all he wants to do is bomb it and putt it, that's who I'm looking for this week.
Okay.
I'm trying to see
anyone else in the 6K range
out there. Adam Scott. When this was played, I know. When this was played in the 2013-2014 season, so he has course history here, he had a T9. So, and he's kind of getting a little bit of a resurgence again with Liv. I mean, I'm sorry, he's not on Liv. He's on he's still on the PGA, but I'm thinking of someone else here. But no, I do have interest in Adam Scott here in the 6K range. Who else here? Nikolai Hogard. I like his off the tee as well. Thomas Dietrich, another bomber out there that I'd be interested in. Kurt Kitayama, from what I've been hearing, he is a bomber, but he has just been all over the place. So as much as I was saying like driving accuracy, he can bomb it out there, but I don't know if this is kind of the course for him. So I'm kind of off of him. And I'm going to go back to who I said back in the PGA Championship that I got laughed at, but I still might have some interest in here as well. Phil Mickelson. I think he just randomly pops at these majors, even though he hasn't been playing very well in the on the Live Tour. But just every once in a while, when it's a tough course, and if he knows the course, this could be something that he comes out of nowhere and decides, if everyone else is failing, I can provide here.
You need a better picture for Mickelson on DraftKings. Nuggets, who do you like in this range? You mentioned a few guys. Do you have anyone else?
Tiger. I like Tiger after I'm hearing about the practice rounds.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, when you shoot 29 on the first half of a practice round, kind of digging it. Straka is another dude I'm buying in on. I mean, I mentioned him earlier, but he's made me so much money on second round and final round showdown. So maybe he's not a full play, week long, but he's definitely a play for showdown. Bezadenhout and Mackenzie Hughes, those are my other guys. I think the value's there. I think those guys just kill it. And I mean, Bezadenhout finished 4th last week, 17th the week before. I think he's rounding into good form. I think at a cheap price, 6,200. You could do a lot worse.
Ooh, I wanted to say one more guy in the 7K range that no one talked about.
Okay.
Minwoo Lee.
No.
He's going to be a very popular play.
Well, hold on. Let me pick. Minwoo, Sammy Connors, or Sammy Burns or Corey Connors. Pick one. Or Tom Kim. Because they're all the same price, essentially.
Minwoo Lee. He does well in links courses.
Oh my God.
It's not a links course, but it's close. It's probably the closest you're going to get in America.
Oh my God, you're on drugs.
But he actually is going to be a very popular play this week. So I can see where
he is. So fade and pick the 6 other guys around him that are so much better.
No, I get that. I totally get that.
Who didn't bitch quit and go to Live. Because last I checked, you have to play 4 rounds in the U.S. Open, not 3.
Wait, Minwoo Lee went to Live?
No.
That happened? When that happened? Past couple weeks?
Didn't he go?
No, he's been on PGA all year.
No, he just sucked because he never made it past second round.
Yeah, but at the PGA Championship, that second round, so he had, I believe it was 3 hole outs.
So you're telling me he sucks when putting?
Doesn't matter if you're getting lucky.
Yeah, I'm getting lucky by not playing him.
Yeah, this. I mean, if you're looking at bombing, he's awesome. Driving accuracy though is bad. Again, I really think accuracy is the thing here. This stuff's so narrow. I feel like if you're off by a little bit, you're gonna get killed.
Actually, I've been hearing that for a lot of holes, it's a little bit wider than you think, and then out in the OB or kind of close in the rough, you're gonna have these kind of they almost look like bunkers. They also kind of look like the kind of rough that was out at the Los Angeles Country Club, where it was they look like, I can't remember what they were calling it, but it was bunkers. It's kind of made of sand and all this, but you're not really getting in these actual bushes that are inside of it. You're getting right on the actual rough itself, which is on sand. So you still have a good shot to get off of it. So I don't think you're going to have an issue going into the rough this week.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, a lot has changed. I assume over the past 10 years, but um, I feel like in a course like this, like weaknesses will be exploited. Min Woo Lee does not come up highly in my model. Of the guys in the range, I like Tom Kim the most, followed by Corey Connors. Those are the top two guys. So I've Tom Kim 16th in my model. I have Connors 19th, and then I have Min Woo Lee 41st. Um, so just, I mean, the potential is definitely there, though. But like you said, a lot of people will play him. Seems like a lot of people in DraftKings tend to like this guy. He always seems to be highly owned, and you know, I get the potential. He reminds me of his Devon Achan. Like people see the potential and they'll all play him, but then he'll have like 10 carries for like 40 yards or something because he doesn't get the volume. Whereas like Min Woo Lee has the potential to win a major, but he just hasn't done it. Or just hasn't done well recently. A bunch of top 20 finishes here. Finished second at the Cognizant, but still, ever since the middle of March, his best finish is T22. And granted, that was at the Masters, but still. So you guys want to talk about the 5K range? I really don't like anyone here. The top two guys in my model in the 5K range are Adam Svensson and Grayson Sigg. And Svensson is 50th and Sigg is 53rd in my model. So I will not be playing either of them. Anyone stand out to you in the 5K range?
Harry Higgs.
Harry Higgs, okay.
Yeah, he's going to be pretty popular too because he's got a back-to-back win on the Corn Ferry Tour. He's been kind of talked up. He's been kind of talked up a bunch with the because of Grayson Murray. He was kind of a big friend of his as well. But the back-to-back wins is going to show there. He seems to show up on majors that he does play. I mean, if you look at 2021, back when it was at the Ocean Course, he actually had a T4. That course actually had a bunch of bunkers there as well. It's not the same layout as this course as well, but it was in the Carolinas. And that was kind of played maybe a little bit differently. That was kind of more of driving accuracy was more important there than it would be here and from what I've been hearing. But I'll have some interest, but I know it is going to be a popular play in the 5K range. Who else?
So avoid him and play Lauer, play Dunlap, or Mark Messner.
Messner is actually third of the 5K guys in my model.
Yeah, Messner, the dude just has come out of nowhere. Played great. He finished fifth. 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Last week, 57th. I mean, week before that, 13th. At 5,800, you can't do worse, right? I mean, what am I going to do now? Play like a Richard Manziel or a Luke Clayton or a Sam Barster? Like, no, I'll play this dude who like actually has been against like PGA competition. So if you're gonna go that far down, I think you stop at 5,800 and call it a day. I think if you anything below 5,800, you're literally a 150 person and praying. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, you could probably fade the whole 5K range. I mean, there's a couple names out there. I do like this Charkara or however you pronounce it. He's a live guy, but he
sucks.
He qualified for this. He qualified for this event from his T10 at the Live Tour.
Yeah, he finished 41st the week before and 10th the week before that. Like
he's got distance, and Singapore was known for distance.
Oh, please bite me. Dude has no chance. I bet you he doesn't make the cut.
I don't think any of these 5K ranges.
$50 says that dude doesn't make the cut.
I'm not going to side bet you because you got
Butters knows when I bet, like I'm for real, and Butters, I'm not gonna go there. I was just say like I'm not trying to be that dude, but I'm like, dude, he ain't gonna make the cut. Hell, I'm gonna bet it right now. He's not gonna make the cut.
What are the odds?
I will find out, and I will tell you.
Any
Hold, please, good sir.
any hope for
David Puig? What's his name is? Puig. He's actually got he's got very high distance off the tee as well. And didn't he just win? No, he got he was in contention on Live last week as well in Houston. He's at 5,900.
what are the odds that either Peter Malnati or Francisco Molinari make the cut? I asked this because I have the Rainmaker cards, and I'm putting both of them in the same lineup in a pack party. Because obviously that's not going to win. I'm just hoping to win a pack. Malnati did win at the Valspar back in March.
Malnati and who?
Molinari.
Hold
on. Malnati did win that tournament, and then he had that great that interview he had where he was talking about how difficult it was, with the two kids. So I've been rooting for him ever since, not just because I had a Rainmaker card, but it was cool to see that interview. He's made the cut in 4 of the previous 5 tournaments, but did not make the cut at the PGA Championship. So
I'm looking on DK. Neither number is available.
Okay. I wasn't asking specifically what the odds are. I just think is there a chance either makes the cut? Because
No, I mean there's no number for that, unfortunately.
Okay. All right.
I mean, Malnati's best stat is probably putting within 25. Is it's 3 putt within 25 foot. Like he would avoid 3 putting. So maybe, I guess.
Yeah, I think Malnati has a shot. Molinari, I feel like, is hard.
Yeah, I would play Malnati over Molinari in that case.
Well, I have to play both because in Rainmakers, you just have to play the cards you have. Or you can try to sell them, I suppose. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. That's my weakest lineup in the Rainmaker tier. But what'd you say?
Oh, no. Somebody else had a home run that wasn't Simeon.
Okay. All right. So any final thoughts here? How was I think we're approaching our cutoff time here. Do you guys want to reference anything else? If not, who is your pick to win this? And if you say Scheffler, who's your pick outside of Scheffler?
It's hard to bet against Scheffler right now. He's just on another planet right now. He's on a Tiger run. If you're looking at trends, it looks like he's winning back-to-back. He's won back-to-back twice. I mean, if he's won last week, if you're looking at trends, then that screams that he could win again here this week. So it's hard to bet against him, but I mean, my 2 other picks would probably be Brooks and Bryson.
Okay. So right now, Brooks, as I said, 28-1 on Bookmaker, which I think is a terrific number for someone of his caliber and also just major history. Bryson is 24-1, which is pretty good as well. He got second at the PGA Championship. This is going to be a much different course, but it's still a good number. What do you think, Nuggets? Who's going to win this? And if you say Scheffler, who besides Scheffler?
Nope, I'm not betting Scheffler to win it.
Okay.
I like everyone's pick so far. For me, I'm going Morikawa to win it, Willie Z, and New Haven's finest, Keegan Bradley.
Nice. Morikawa was a 16 plus 1650 on Bookmaker. Zalatoris 110-1 on Bookmaker, and Keegan Bradley is 120-1 on Bookmaker. So pretty good odds there. I personally am going with Scheffler. Been betting him all year ever since he went to the Mallet putter, and he's really paid off. Plus, it's an instant hedge for someone else. So. I'm betting Scheffler at plus 333, which you can still get at BetMGM. And if Scheffler does not win, I think Morikawa is going to take it. I think he's been awesome recently. I think this course is perfect for him. Like I said, plus 1650 on Bookmaker. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming on, and thanks for everyone for watching and commenting. Really appreciate it. Be back tomorrow. Not sure if we're gonna be on with Kenny because he's at a conference. He actually texted me during the show. He said he's going to be home late and doesn't know if he's going to make it in time. So we'll see if Kenny comes on or not. Either way, we're going to be on tomorrow. Maybe we'll talk more golf or some other stuff. Thursday, I'm going to be on with Tom, who's going to be on Thursday instead of Saturday because of Father's Day plans during the weekend. And then we'll have a Saturday show as well. Slew with the 333. Thanks so much, Slew, for the super chat. Really appreciate it. He says, thanks, guys. I'm going with the WF picks again. Yeah, we had Scheffler last weekend, and we were able to hedge with Morikawa. So that was a nice one for us.
And you're not betting the Celtics to win in 5?
Celtics to win in 5. I think that's probably going to be the case. I think Dallas wins Game 3, and then
I'm going with Dallas to win Game 3, and I'm the Boston homer here.
Yeah,
but if Dallas doesn't win this one, it's over.
That Porzingis injury is actually very significant because no one.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, let's not get into it because I promised wifey I'd be out by 12:30. But
okay.
Long story short, yeah, I think it's all still winning it, but it's going to take 5 or 6.
Okay.
What's can I ask what a Celtics sweep would be at this point?
I don't know, but it's not profitable.
Okay.
Because 31 out of 35 teams that have been up 2-0 have won it. So it's almost like you want the Mavericks to win a game to get some plus money on it. Yeah.
According to FanDuel, Boston sweeping right now is plus 310, so a little bit better than 3-1.
Whoa, that's not a line I expected.
Boston
doesn't sweep. That's the problem. Like we always lose a game, with the exception of Indy, because we should have lost the first 2 Indy games.
Yeah, in Indy they didn't have the Pacers didn't have Halliburton, and the Pacers.
No, they didn't. Yeah,
they got close to winning both of them.
Okay, let's do a parlay. What about Boston sweeping and Florida Panthers sweeping?
No, Panthers ain't sweeping.
You don't think so?
No, it's gonna be a gentleman's sweep. They're both gonna be. I mean, had I bet it earlier, I would have said Celtics in 6 and Panthers in probably 6.
Here's the problem. Nuggets, what about hockey? So yeah, we're getting into this. Go ahead.
Yeah, you want to go into hockey? I mean, I'm ranked 70th in the world when it comes to hockey.
In what? In what metric?
Yeah, and DFS.
Oh, nice.
Look at Roto Grinders. You'll see that I'm ranked in the top 70.
Awesome.
Here's the problem with hockey. The last team to come back from 2-0 is my Bruins in 2011. Now Barkov's hurt. Does the Oiler rack change? No, it doesn't. But the Oiler, but that woman, God bless her. Like she is like forever in my like top 5 Twitter reposts of like how to piss off somebody where they don't have that. And I go, yeah, that should be every Bruins woman. But the problem is they're all like from Alabama and they have terrible tits. So that being said, I think it's gonna be the Panthers that win this. I mean, the Celtics that win this, the favorites, obviously. I think it's Celtics in 5, probably Panthers in 6. The problem with the Panthers is there's so many lines, and I've won so many bets on anytime goal scorers, like for Hagee, Bennett, Kachuk the other night. There's just like Bobrovsky's playing out of his mind. And it just reminds me of the 2011 Bruins where Tim Thomas like literally would stand out of his crease and just block every puck by the Canucks. But we don't remember that in 2011, the Bruins lost the first 2 games to the Canucks. So I kind of got to go like, if you're getting good money in Edmonton, I don't blame you for putting down like 20, $30. If you're going to put down your mortgage, I don't recommend that part. But you want a good sweat? Put down $25 on Edmonton. You never know. I mean, hell, I am. So, and I'll post a ticket on this on the replay just so everyone sees I'm not like bullshitting them.
Okay,
what about this? I usually go between 20 and 120 on tickets. So
Okay.
So what about this narrative? Brooks.
I don't do narratives.
Okay, I was gonna say Brooks with Panthers as a parlay.
No.
No. Okay.
I already hate Brooks. So no.
Fair enough.
Well, all right.
Hold on. Ariana Grande is a freaking fan of the Panthers, or fan of the Panthers, because she was drinking wine. Oh shit! Hishigoa. Sorry, I just cashed a plus 1,200 bet.
Nice.
On him hitting a home run in the bottom of the ninth, and he just won it.
Back-to-back shows where my co-host hit a better than 10-1 chance on a home run. So congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah, I did not expect that him to win it, but I cashed him. I bet him to hit anytime home run. And it was plus 1,200. Holy crap! I wish I bet it while the game was going on, just like the dude the other night who bet the Mariners to win against the White Sox, and the White Sox were up 4-0 going into the top of the 8th, and he hit for, I think it was like, he bet $25 and he hit for like 1,700.
Well,
because the odds are so ridiculous.
See the guy who bought calls on SPY when it was like way down during the day. It was like he put 2,000 on like way out of the money options, and that $2,000 call turned into $8 million just because like SPY ripped at the end of the day. It's insane. Let me throw this at you, Nuggets, and then we'll get out of here.
No, how dare you throw something at me? How dare you?
All right,
I'm kidding, Walter. Throw it. Because you know GameStop more than I do, and I don't know shit. So,
I'm not talking about stocks. Although GameStop,
I'm fucking with you. Go.
GameStop did rip at the end of the day today because they finished their offering.
I'm just fucking with you. Go.
I know. I'm just saying they have $5 billion in cash right now, and
I saw that. It was badass. It was all
okay.
Good. I didn't make out on it. I'm an idiot. So go.
We're talking about Boston before plus 310 to win the series and a sweep. At 4 to win 4-1 in the series, they're plus 185. Now Porzingis got hurt. What if Dallas wins 2 games? And I was looking at this number. Boston to win in 6 is 5-1 on FanDuel. What do you think about that?
I like it, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Honestly, like the Porzingis injury, we all kind of saw it coming. Me personally, like when I saw his knee do that, I was like, ooh, like why didn't he get out of there earlier? Long story short, if the Mavs don't win tomorrow night, it's gonna be a sweep because the Mavs have no balls. Honestly, they don't. Like, other than Luka, like Kyrie thinks the earth is flat. Like, what? So for me, I think it's season 5 or season 6. I mean, the Celtics all year have had this one problem. They can't freaking close out when they need to close out, right? They kind of proved it the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. But then you kind of go back and go like, well, okay, you're down your best player, but the Dallas Mavericks aren't exactly getting anybody back, right? They have Kyrie and Luka, that's it. and it's lobs or 3-pointers. Here's the problem. They've only had one lob dunk in the first 2 games, and their 3-point shooting is atrocious for the first 2 games. So how do I trust either part of that? I can't. So for me, like, yeah, you might win 1 game. Dallas probably going to win game 3 because the Celtics are known for falling asleep at the wheel. So it's either going to be a 5 or 6 series. I like both numbers. I'm probably going to bet both numbers. Correction, I am going to bet both numbers. So Celtics win a 5 or Celtics win 6. Because there's no way this is going past 6. I mean,
seems like that's someone on Dallas that could get hot with threes too. Would be PJ Washington.
oh, name somebody. PJ Washington he shoots corner threes. What are the Celtics' best defense against corner threes?
Yeah.
So how is PJ Washington going to shoot corner threes when he's defended against corner threes? Unless he's going to shoot in the air magically over everybody. Like, it ain't going to happen.
What if they make him the 6-man? Don't start him.
They ain't going to do that because Jason Kidd ain't that smart.
I'll say this though, like at
Jason
home,
Kidd
the role
said
players
that
tend to do better. So
I don't disagree with. That's why I'm saying I'm giving Dallas the 3rd game. Here's the problem. Like Butters brought it up about role players. Here's the thing. Like, yeah, I don't disagree with you, but like, okay, who are you going to start in place of PJ Washington? You're going to start
Kleba, I guess.
Kleba, who can't shoot because he has no arm. Are you going to pick? Oh, let's pick Tim Hardaway Jr., former 6-man. Oh no, he sucks. Who else you got? Like, that's the problem with the Dallas bench. There is no Dallas bench. Like, it's going to be the Luka and Kyrie show, and God hope they hit a shot. Because that's what it was the other night, and that was the night before. Like, and they'll make a run, they'll cut it down to like 10, and then they'll go, oh shit, we suck. And that's it.
Yeah, they're probably gonna have to defend like.
But Luka doesn't defend. That's the problem.
I'm saying like they're probably gonna have to like do something against like Drew or Jalen. Something and just hope that they make shots and then steal a game or 2, and that's about it.
So here's my question. You want to defend Drew? So who's going to defend Tatum? So who's going to defend Brown? I'm just curious because you want to defend Drew. Great idea. But who the hell is going to defend the other 2 guys?
You just hope
hope
one of them just has a terrible game.
They're Tatum had a double team game and he was terrible. He only scored 18 points. He scored 1 3-pointer. He was 6 for 13.
yeah, I went under on Tatum points props in games 1 and 2.
Steven, I love you, but this series is not going 7.
He said if Dallas had a halfway decent bench.
I don't disagree. The problem is that Dallas has no bench.
Yeah.
Just like me, my wife is yelling at me where I'm not going to get any workbench tonight about all this.
We're approaching 12:30 stop time, so let's head out before Nuggets gets in trouble. Once again, thanks so much.
I'm always in trouble.
Okay. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching, commenting. Really appreciate it, especially to Slew.
Yeah, thank you guys. Love you all.
Super chat. But yeah, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video.
Good luck in Vegas too, by the way.
Merch store. Anything you guys want to plug
I'll send you all updates about the World Series. But I'm going out in full force. I'm bringing out. I'm not gonna say how much. I'm just gonna say we're gonna have a good time. And whatever happens, I'm promoting Walter football, and that's it.
Can you send them a hat out there, Walter?
I mean, a W. I mean, I'll text you the address, but it's
get him a Pat.
Hotel.
Get him a Pat
or a Pat. Yeah. Hey, hold on. Time out. Let's go like this. If I win a lot, cool. But I'll mention Walter football every time in all my statements.
Yeah.
But if I win a seat for the main event, Walter sends me a patch. I throw it on my shirt and go from there.
Awesome. That's
because every time I get interviewed, because here's the real truth. I don't know if anybody knows this, but I'll say it like literally 17 times over because I already talked to Kevin Math, who runs the WSOP site during the World Series event. This is my first time going out in 6 years, and mainly because it wasn't like financial; it was all family and medical, and because of my youngest daughter Penelope. I know Butters and Walter, you guys know this story. So my youngest daughter at at 6 months in 2019 had open heart surgery. She had what's called atrial septal defect. So basically, the walls of her heart never fully formed. And we were told to get in September of 2019, going into October of 2019, get every mask, glove, hand sanitizer you can get, because if she gets sick, she gets rehospitalized. So that was 2019. And then we went into 2020, we had COVID, and we were kind of already prepared for that shit. And then we go, so basically I had to take 2020 out of the route because I was in Massachusetts, 2021, 2022, and in 2023, unfortunately, Penny had to have a second surgery. And we were told that in May. And I was like, oh, crap, I want to go play, but I can't. But you know what? I picked family over everything else because I love my daughter, and that's what every normal human being would do. So that was 2023. In August, because if I got sick, she wouldn't be eligible for the surgery. So June, July, August, basically we're in a bubble again. And then she had the second surgery, which luckily was a replacement, not a repair, not a replacement. It was a replacement. She had a pacemaker, which is absolutely freaking scary. Don't want to deal with that crap. And yeah, and wife is yelling at me from the top of the stairs, so I gotta be quiet. So that happened, and yeah, now we got the clean bill of health. So literally, it's my first time in 6 years to go back to WSOP, and I'm excited, but I'm also nervous because the first time back in 6 years, and I'm watching people play, and I'm like, holy crap, people pulling off those moves, and I'm like. I mean, I'm not playing in the main event. I'm playing in some smaller events. I'm playing in the 800, the 1500, a few others. If I qualify for the main event, great. But I'm not, unless I doubt the main event's going to gift me a seed. But I put enough feelers out there where, oh, God damn it, Stephen Coy. You put out the penny mojo we've had for 4.5 years. Because I used to update everybody about Penny's condition and everything. But yeah, if I could have a t-shirt made, I would have about Penny Mojo. I just didn't have the time. But it would be a Penny Mojo with a Walter football sticker underneath. I'm not saying that Walter football should do that, but if he wants me to be on the main event and support his cause, I ain't gonna say no. I just need one single black XL in that. But let's make sure I qualify first before that happens. Because every other word's gonna be like, yeah, I listen to Walter football and I go from there. But long story short, yeah, went through a lot of crap. But Penny's still here, Maddie's still here. I couldn't be happier.
Sky's the limit at this point for you.
Couldn't have been a lot worse. I mean, I got a buddy of mine. His name is Doug. I'm sure if you search on Twitter, you'd find him. He unfortunately lost his youngest daughter to pancreatic cancer. I've pledged that whatever I win, I'm going to give at least 10% to his foundation. And then on top of that, whatever happens with Boston Children's, like I'm going to give at least 20% of my winnings to them. So,
well, we're all rooting for you, Nuggets. I hope you win. Yeah, everyone. I hope everyone in the chat just gives you their best wishes. So, yeah, we heard so Nuggets being called. So, we'll head out. But yeah, guys, once again, thank you so much, and it was great to do this show with you, Butters and Nuggets, and look forward to next time. It'll be the British Open in July. So, yeah, once again, we'll be back on Wednesday, and we'll talk to you later.
do we have a date